Okay, we're back once again in the world of FairyTail Origins, and we've got quite a few things that we need to do today. First of all, just before I started, I went out and looked for some more parchment papers. Since we are attuned now, we can unlock more of these constellation papers, which have got these 7 new constellations, which we can start to unlock. Now, I'm pretty sure we can unlock them down here, but we have only got 4 left available, so I need another 3. Might be able to put them down that side, which we'll do at some point once we unlock them via our telescope. But now we've got these, we can start using them to make some various effects. Now, I'm going to have to unlock them first to show you the effects, but I can read off what each one does before we do. So, Horologium, this gives machines in the area an increased speed. So, like furnaces, once it's detected, its speed increases, so it's smelting speed. We've got Lucernia, which prevents mobs from spawning in a certain AoE of the shrine. So, obviously, I have to tune a stone to these, and then it gives the various effects. Like this one gives a regeneration 2. We've got Bootes, which in an AoE radius, mobs would drop their loot. So cows would drop their beef and their leather without actually being killed, which is pretty useful. So it could be useful for a farm of some sort. We've got Minerales, which does exactly what it sounds. It turns stone into ores. So if there are any stone in the vicinity, so like down there, it would turn those into an ore block, which is pretty damn cool. We've got Octanes, which if there's any water nearby, so like there's lots of water nearby, it would start populating the water with fish as if you caught them as an entity. So you'd have fish just... I didn't realise there was an egg under here, but there'd just be fish. Anything you can get from a fishing rod would just start popping up here, there, and everywhere in the water. We've got Fornax, which is a little bit of a dangerous one. It starts smelting everything that's in an AoE. So you can imagine, you don't want to place it down because it'll start smelling everything around you. It can be useful if, say, you're doing it as like a mine. That could be pretty useful, but you don't really want to place it next to your house, otherwise you're going to have no house. And then the last one, Pello Trio. And this is a mob spawner. So in the area of the AoE, mobs would just start spawning, which is pretty cool if you wanted a mob spawner. But there is another way which we can in fact do that if we wanted a mob spawner, which I'm going to start doing at some point soon. Apparently you can anchor these to a specific location. So if I wanted to make a mob spawner, I don't know, over there on the island, I could set one of these up. I could anchor. There's a thing in here. Let me see if I can find it. Is it the constellation? It is. We're going to do celestial crystals first, but there's this ritual anchor that we can build, which requires the resonating gems, which we'll get into in a moment. And you place it 5 blocks high above one of these. So if I place it up here, and then I place another anchor somewhere else, they would start spawning where the other anchor is. So that's pretty damn useful. That is going to be pretty useful. So we might be able to do that as well. We're going to have a look at that anyway. So first of all, I am going to chuck away our constellations into here, because we don't need to have them out for the moment. And we're going to look at celestial crystals, because we did get quite a few of those in the last episode, which we have over here. Now there is a chance every time you do this... Ooh, we got a pretty decent one. Purity could go up a little bit, but the size is pretty decent. And there's a chance you get your Stardust back every time you mine up these. So there we go, I got lucky and got 2 back both times. And they're quite high celestial crystals. Now this one is still growing. It does have a little particle effect when it has finished growing. So yeah, we'll just wait on that one to grow as well. But we've got 2 of these celestial crystals, which is going to come in handy for later on when we get some bigger and better recipes that we can use these for. And we can make better weapons, I think, as well. I think there are infused weapons later on. But yes, so now we'll just wait for that one as well. It looks like it is taking a lot of the starlight. But yes, let me have a look. Let us have a look. So now an enhanced crystal collector is where we're going to be getting to soon. We can't actually do this yet because we need to... We've got a few more steps. So we've got to get a Starlight Infuser. Now we can have a look here really quickly at these coloured lenses. Now each one has a different effect. So we've got ignition, we've got break, we've got damage, we've got growth, regeneration, which is wrongly named. It should be named heal, and it's also got a push. So we're going to make each one of these, and I'll demonstrate what each one does, because it could be useful, especially in a grinder of some kind. Especially, well, they do exactly what they say. So let's make these and we'll see what they do. Okay, so it does look like... Okay, so it does look like we need to make some glass lenses first, so let's do that really quickly. I need some glass as well, which I can grab really quickly. I do need to go and get ourselves some more... what's it called? What's it called? Some more aquamarine. So we've got those. We can make them actually. So we'll get this rocking around and we'll see. We're gonna make 9. So if I wait. It only makes 4 at a time, doesn't it? So we'll make these 9. In fact, we only need... How many do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we only need 6 for the time being. So we've got enough. I do need to get some more aquamarine though, so I will have to go down there and get those. So those are always going to be in the center, I believe. Yeah. So we need some more aquamarine. So we need at least... Okay, we need quite a bit. So I'll go and get some more aquamarine and then we can start by crafting these things together. Okay, so I've been and got some aquamarine. We've got... How many have we got? 47 pieces here. And that piece. There we go. 48 pieces. Which is pretty cool. That's going to help us out a great deal. We will need starlight buckets as well soon. So I will have to start... You know, I'm going to start bucketing it and making some of our starlight. So let me do this really quickly. Put you in there and we can start bucketing this out. Because we are going to need it very, very soon. And we're going to need block. I think we need 12 blocks worth of it. So we can get that ready. So let's have a see. So it is going nighttime, so we're going to have enough. So for the first one, it's going to be 1 in each of those, and we're going to need the blaze powder, which I believe I've got. Yes. I don't know how much did I need. I think it was 8. Yes. Okay, so these are going to go in each of the corners. It does require quite a significant amount of starlight, so we're going to have to wait till it goes completely nighttime for this to work. But we can have a look. So we need gold, a pickaxe, diamond. We can collect the other materials as well. So we can get some gold, a pickaxe, and a diamond, which we have. Gold, pickaxe, and a diamond, yep. And then we can make the others in a moment. Looks like it's going to take quite a decent amount of concentration of our starlight here. Which is getting up there. It's probably going to have to be midnight for this to work. And that is coming down a little bit as well. We can carry on collecting the other stuff. So we need 2 flint, 4 iron. Flint. And 4 iron. 2, 3, 4. 2 sugarcane, 2 carrots, 2 seeds. Sugar. 2 sugarcane, carrot, and seeds. There we go. And then we need, ooh, a gas tier. 1 gas tier, diamond, and 2 stardust, which we have. And then we need piston. Oh, we need pistons. Do I have piston? I should have pistons, right? I do. So 2 pistons, 4 glowstone. That's a pretty easy one. There we go. And that is all of them. So let's see, can we make this now? We're nearly there. It's probably going to have to be dead on night. Dead on midnight for this one to work. Which is totally fine. I'm just going to sit here and wait for a moment. Okay, so I missed the day-night cycle the first time round. So I had to wait for it again. Ooh, that's a higher resonating one as well. But yes, I did miss the day-night cycle, so I had to wait. And then I didn't click record, so I do apologise there, but you will miss that animation. But we've seen these things be made 100 times over now, so it's not that big of a deal. So now we've got these, I'm going to show you what they do. Now I have to use a lens, and the only way we can do this is if we are down at the thing down there. I must be out of fuel, but we've got to be down there using the collector crystal now. That one isn't visible to the sky because I've got my ritual on top, so I'm going to have to move on a little bit. And we can actually make collector crystals very, very soon. So I'll demonstrate what these do at a later stage, which is a little more unfortunate because I would have liked to have done it now, but it is honestly fine. So Starlight Infuser is the next thing that we need to make. Now, once we've got this, we can branch, as you can see on here, we can branch out to a lot of different things. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our Starlight Infuser here first. So it does require a lot of our marble resources. What's it need? It needs chiseled, 2 chiseled, 1 runed, and oh, we need engraved, whatever it is. Yeah, that should be everything. Well, I've got most of it anyway. So let's put these in. Oh, no, that was right in the first place. These are going to go on the outside. Just going to have aquamarine on the outer sides. We're going to have to wait for the day-night cycle again, which is going to be a little bit annoying, but it's cool. We can wait. We can wait. We need an ingot. Which, oh, I do have some. Good, good. And we need gold. I think that's everything once we place these. Oh no, they're engraved there. Then we just need gold ingots, and then that should be everything. There we go. Place those in there. Okay, so like I said, yeah, we're going to need it to go nighttime. Or near enough nighttime. So I'm going to have to wait for the day-night cycle. But while I do that, I am going to throw away the blaze powder that we have left over. And I think, yeah, we just have to wait. We can, actually, we've got quite a big structure here. Which we need to make. So we can make this somewhere. I want it up here, really. Why is this stop working? There we go. Yeah, I want it up here, really. It's probably going to have to go on this side, so I'm going to have to move my stuff, which is a little bit annoying because of the chest, but Let's make that hole again. Yeah, it's going to be kind of... oh, hold on. If I... Please don't go ever... Oh, yeah. That's what I was fearing. That's what I was fearing. Oh no, it's going to go through all my crystals. I just want the chest. Can I have the chest? There we go. That's one big ball of light. Chest. I'm going to grab 2. And then these can go over here. So chest, chest. Everything else can go in here. Glass. Keep it on me for later. Everything else can go in here. And I'll put all of the crystals in another. Probably going to be the smart idea. Now, they were ordered, size ordered, but I'm not going to sit here right now and size order them. It doesn't help that the crystals take up 1 slot per. But it's understandable. It is definitely understandable. And was that everything? That was everything. Okay. Good, good. So we've got these. Yep. And those. And our starlight buckets, which we'll need very, very soon. Yeah, there we go. That's everything. That's everything. Oh, we've got another one over here actually. Which is fine. We'll pick up this, pick up this. I'll have to wait because this is filling up. So once that's filled up, we can move it over. That is fine. So we need you, and we need you. Put you on top, put you there. Yeah, so once this is finished filling, because has it got... Yeah, it is. Once this is finished filling, we'll get onto that. So I'll have to wait. Wait for night and wait for that. Okay, it is night time, and oh, we can make it now, so we'll get that rocking and rolling, and we'll get on to making our altar over here. Okay, so we need the arched, and we need look at the gnarly effects that it does, and we need we need a lapis block, which we've got. There we go. So we've got our Starlight Infusion block. Okay, so it's going to be... It's hollow, isn't it? So really, it wants this to be... if it needs to be hollow, I'll have to hollow it out. But that is a roof. So I've got a weird pattern design going on in my building now. Goes around like this. Like so, and then so we've got 1, 2. Okay, so this comes around the outside. I'm just going to line these 2 out because we're going to need it. Okay, so yeah, that's going to go like that. Oh, it's going to break in here. I'm a little bit close, aren't I? Am I a little bit too close? Pillar block. I might just be perfect. Might just be perfect in my positioning. Like that. I don't know what blocks are in the middle. I can't actually tell what those middle blocks are. Yeah, you can't really tell, can you? I have a fear. What have we got? 4. There's your chiseled. Trying to work out what block it is. I feel like it's marble. The marble arch. I feel like it's marble arch. Because I know that's not right. We'll try it with marble arch. I have no idea if that's correct. Because it doesn't... It should have a breakdown of what the blocks actually are. But it doesn't. So, I'm just going to marble arch it for now. If it's wrong, it's wrong. These go on the outside. So, that goes up by 2 on each corner. Which we can do. Like so. Oh, that's the wrong place. And we're going to have our chiseled. We need to get our starlight buckets in as well. We need chiseled on the corners. Might have done it a little bit too close, but now these have to be every block, which is a little bit annoying. Like, I can't just do that. It has to be every block. Is that right? It just doesn't look right. So we need a couple more. So it does flow very quick. And if you stand in it, it gives you night vision. Which is pretty cool. Which is pretty damn cool. So if I place that there. And all this does okay, now we place this. All this does, it turns aquamarine into resonating aquamarine, which is going to be really helpful to us. I just need to wait for this stuff to fill up as well, so we can carry on filling that in. But now we need to make these archways using our... I've already chucked it away, haven't I? It's our marble arch, which is... Where's my marble arch? Did I run out? I guess I'll get some more. So, I'm going to do the one in from the corners first. Best and most easiest thing for me to do. And then we'll do the ones off the top. Hopefully this works first time. The other thing that's probably going to stop it from working is that the blocks that are going around the middle. Because I don't actually know if that's correct or not. Oh. But we'll find out in a moment. Did that fall in there? We'll place this first. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that should be right once we've got this stuff in. Now, I have seen that it is possible for this stuff to get used up during the resonating process, which is totally fine, because we can just keep, you know, using this, and it's probably not going to fill up enough before it goes daytime, because this stuff only works during the night time, I have noticed. So I'm going to have to wait another day-night cycle. So I'll be back once that is happening. Okay, so I have had to move it over a little bit, but it's all fine. It all works now. And as you can see, if I just quickly come over here, we do have a resonating gem. I did do a little test. If I put this on here and click, doesn't matter what time of day it is, it will in fact work. So there we go. We've got the particle effects. Like I said, there is a chance this fluid, there we go, does get used up during the process. Which then, it's pretty easy just to go and grab a bucket and fill it up. There is a chance that it will use it. It doesn't always. So you have to just keep an eye on that. But there is a chance. Every now and again it will use it. So I'm just going to get a couple of these bracking up, since we are going to need them quite a bit here. But we'll have a see how many we can get. Oh, no, that's my book. I didn't want that. So we'll get 5 or so of these, and then we know we've got a couple, and we don't have to sit here and wait for this process every single time. And they do go pretty quickly, which is good. So hopefully there we go. And I think it used that block again, which is fine. Which is fine. I think we've got... Oh, we don't actually have a full bucket of it yet. That's fine. So we've got these resonating gems now, which are going to be really helpful to us. Now, if I have a look in here, yeah, that's what we was doing. So from here, there's a few different directions which we can go in. Now, I think with these crystal tools as well, I think you can infuse those. So if I go back to, I don't know which chapter it was in Attuned? No, I think it was further back. I think it was in Exploration. Oh yeah, down here. So these crystal tools that you can make. Now you can infuse them with Starlight to make them a little bit better. So if we have a look, if I grab 2 of my decent rock crystals out of here, there we go, 2 300s. We'll test it with a sword, and we'll see how much damage this little thing actually does. So, oh, I can't do it in here, I have to do it in the altar. So, let me chuck these in here. There we go, crystal sword. Oh, sorry, it's... I don't even know what name it's given. We'll have a see now anyway. So there we go. We've got ourselves a crystal sword with a purity and a cutting, which is fairly weak, but it's got a decent size. Now, we can stick this in here too. And, oh yeah, it did use it. Let me just grab another bucket. Probably should just keep a bucket on me at all times here, because it just looks like we're going through a lot of starlight. So I replace that block. There we go. And boom. So now it's going to starlight infuse this crystal sword that we just made. There we go. Oh, but it does... Oh, there's our little flare. Poof. And it does use all of the starlight, though, to do this. Does use all of the starlight. So we've got another looking sword now that glows, and it's got 100% cutting, which is really cool. Its purity could probably go up. I think you can soak it in starlight, actually. If I get a bucket of starlight, I think I can soak it in it, and that works. But as you've seen, it's just used all of our starlight. So we are going to have to fill this all back in. Yeah, it was right. I did put it in the correct place. Ooh. That one's not got enough in yet, but I will have to fill this back in again if I do want to get some more resonating gems. Which it looks like I might be able to fill it in with what the crystals we have in there are. But yes. So that's pretty cool. That we can now make infused weaponry. So we might do that with the other types of weapons that we can make at a later stage. But first of all, I think it's time we move on a little bit.